Hold on, guys. Really? I'm gonna have to restart the whole console. Hold on, y'all. When I'm in the void, I had to block it because of the what was that noise? That was the Xbox turning off because I have a special Xbox. It's I forget what Xbox it is, but anyways, I have a special Xbox. I'm not playing Fall Guys. Am I sick? No, my throat's just hold up. I have to connect my Wi-Fi. If it goes in there, it always takes a long time to get into that Xbox thing.
Why don't you record?
No. It's stuck on the Xbox One thing. It takes a while to go in sometimes. We'll have to wait. It's stuck there. We're stuck on this. I wanted to talk about something because someone in my comment section has lack of knowledge of what I knew about Marcellus Williams, saying that I just found out I'm being performative. First of all, you don't know me. Second of all, you made a false accusation saying I called police on my father. I've never called the police on my father. And let me explain something to you. The veterans have sent the police to our house to pick him up because he needed help with his medication. That was the only way they were going to get him to go in there and go down there. For anyone to make a false accusation and have the nerve to say that I called the police on my father is disgusting. Do you know how many times the police have came to my house because my father called the police on me? I've never once called the police on my father. That was disgusting of you to say. Very disgusting of you to say. You don't even know me.
I'm the one that called them. It wasn't you.
We didn't call the police on him.
Well, the doctor did.
For the VA is what I'm saying. But no, they're saying I called the police on him for no reason. People don't understand. When you live with someone that has mental illness, it is very hard to get them to go down there. We could have what? Just let him live like that? Let him live causing problems because the VA won't help us? The VA hasn't done shit for us. My father is walking the streets sick because the VA won't help us. And no one cares. There was a black man that got unalived and no one gives a fuck. All because I said something to a bitch that was literally being anti-black and I had people in my comment sections not even reading the comments? And someone had the nerve to say, you called the police. When have I ever? I've never picked up the phone to call the police on my father. You don't even know. It's just so fucking frustrating.
They make the comments like that, and then they get mad when you come at them. But they shouldn't.
It's annoying. When have I ever? I have never. Am I laughing? Does it sound like I'm laughing? Where was I laughing? Does it sound like when I laugh it's like a ha-ha laugh? Because I'm sick and tired of people. For someone to have the nerve to be in my comment section to literally say that I called the police on my father is messed up. And you know who you are.
We're all he has.
Who else is going to take care of him? The VA ain't doing shit. They got sued for not even helping veterans.
So why would we call the police if we're all he has?
If I know the police ain't doing shit, and especially what the police do to black men, why would I call the police on him? And the fact that you treated me like I was a white person calling the police on a black man is disgusting. I'm black, just like everybody else. I have to see this man get unalived. We have to live through that. And hope that it wasn't one of my family members. And people don't even have the audacity to read any room anywhere. It's frustrating. Imagine having to sit here, right, and see that happen and hope that it's not my father. While people sit on the internet spreading misinformation, you've never met me a day in my life to know anything about me. Anytime police have been involved, it's because trolls have swatted me. But that's okay. No one ever makes videos talking about how I was swatted 6 times by police because my father was black, and one of the times they said we had a weapon so they could unalive my father right in front of me. And I don't see anybody else calling that behavior out. Everybody else gets to get away with doing shit like that. And the police told me so themselves. They told me. They literally told me that people falsely said that we had weapons we didn't have. It just bothers me that people have the nerve, and I'm not crying, that people have the nerve to do shit like that. But nobody on the internet gives a fuck. I see all these fake people out here acting like they care, but they didn't care when my father was being harassed with police. When we were being harassed. Having to show up. There was literally a video. There was literally a video on TikTok. A whole video on TikTok. Of my dad having to confront the police saying this is ridiculous because people kept sending police to the door. Oh, they can come for false reports, but they can't come whenever I'm in danger? When my family's in danger, they don't care. And we're supposed to sit here and not say defund the fucking police? We're supposed to sit here and care about police officers? My life gets put in danger every day. My brother's ex-girlfriend is allowed to harass him, drive around, chase him down in a car, and use her car as a fucking weapon. Her boyfriend's allowed to do that, but everyone else defends them. So annoying. Hey, no one tells her anything. Good job. Well, she's chasing people down in a car.
Yeah, they all running and patted her on the back.
Nobody cares. All these people want to act like they care about black people, but when it comes to my brother being harassed, no one gives a fuck. Where was y'all when we was being harassed?
She even doxed our room.
Where was y'all when the police was being called on my father because he was black? Where was you? Not giving a fuck. All of a sudden now you want to care about my father's well-being and me calling the police when I never once called the police on my father. Ever. Anytime the police was called, it was on me. And it's frustrating because nobody gave a fuck. It's all fun and games and funny until a black person gets unalived. And if my father would have been unalived by police, you would have celebrated that shit. And I didn't even know that the police showed up because they claimed we had a weapon. I was unaware. Every time they called the police, they made false reports saying that I tried to harm myself when I never even said anything that day. I had to go stop it. Several times. And you want to talk about how I called the police on my father? What about the fucking neighbor? You guys don't have shit to say to that fucking idiot that was harassing us, that was stalking us, because I didn't say hi to him, or whatever the case may be, making a video saying how it was weird. We didn't say hi to him, but he called the police on my father. He called the police on us twice. And yet you don't have anything to say to him. And he knows exactly what goes on. He can see it. We all see it. But yet you literally over there applauding him, wanting to go live with him. For what?
And they're still with the neighbor said.
He called the police not once but twice. And the police even told me the neighbor called on us because I was talking to my mom, who was clearly hard of hearing and then have hearing aids. And I explained to the lady. She had an attitude with me, the lady in the office. And the funny thing about it was even the police had told me. Thank you for subscribing. Even the police had told me, your neighbor called on you. That wasn't the first time he called the police. He called the police on my father. Then he called the police on us. And he literally had the nerve to stand there and tell the police, yeah, I start stuff. What kind of a dummy tells the police, yeah, I'm the one that starts stuff?
He got in trouble for that.
So you're literally admitting you called the police for no reason. Did the police give a fuck? No. He said, yeah, they came back and said, yeah, your neighbor confirmed exactly what you've been telling us. Because my brother called the police because they were starting with him. Every time my brother went out, him and his wife had shit to say. Always saying stuff, tell that fat bitch to come outside. Your husband was stalking my family, and you didn't even have the decency to even tell him to stop. You literally sat there while he was harassing us and tried to make it seem like he was not stalking or harassing people. My whole family was swatted. We were raided. We had just gotten back from the homeless shelter, and here this neighbor is filming where I live with my windows busted up. My windows were busted up, showing my room number, my apartment room, my door. Talking about, I don't want people to know where I live, but you're showing people where you live. I try to be cordial and nice to people. I don't have to say hi to you. It's weird behavior that I have to go around and say hi to people. You don't know what people's traumas are. You don't know why people don't want to talk to people and keep their head down and keep quiet. You prove that. And you have the nerve to tell the police you start stuff. Imagine saying that. You called the police for no freaking reason. On my family. And everyone else is so concerned about me. And I didn't even do shit. I don't get the police involved unless it's someone from the internet. Otherwise, the police don't come down here. Not once have I ever called the police on my father. You don't know shit about me. You think you know because the internet tells you. All these chronically online stupid ass people that don't got nothing better to do with themselves. They don't got jobs. They don't got lives. They ruin people's lives. And think it's funny. Push people to want to do things to themselves. And not me, but other people. And I'm tired of it. And the only reason why people are always in people's live streams, 1,000 people, because they want to see people crash out. They want to see people upset. They don't care to help anybody but themselves. It's unfair. And I have to look at this stuff online. Where was y'all? People was calling the police to my house and doxing me and swatting me 6 times. No one was there. Where's all these videos? You wanna call me performative? What about you? You wasn't there. You wasn't making these videos. These people sitting in a Discord talking about my dad's mental illness like it's some joke. Making fun of it. None of y'all there. You only care about yourselves when it benefits you. But when it's everybody else, fuck everybody else. And then when I defend myself, people start defending that person, and I'm sick of it. You don't know a gosh darn thing about me. I have never in my life called the police on my father, ever. Posting a fucking body cam footage that no one should have ever saw on YouTube to make fucking money is insane. And no one had anything to say about that. Only a few people had the decency to even tell me and cared. But none of y'all fucking cared. It's okay that they share body cam footage of my father being arrested, talking about how I was so happy. Maybe you don't even understand why. I'm not supposed to be happy that my father is getting help that he needs because he was sick and he wasn't on his medication? I'm supposed to be miserable? We can't want to see my father be healthy and happy? I'm supposed to be upset and no one gives a fuck? Where was y'all when this shit was going down? You don't care that they post a body cam footage of black man being fucking arrested. It's always me. It's always on me. No one cared when Isaac was fucking sitting here saying all of this stupid shit, posting a black woman talking about how I'm not black, and he's not even black, and he was using that black woman's video to tell me I'm not black. Y'all wasn't there. all the racist people in that Discord, all the anti-black people in that Discord, and no one gave a fuck. Where's the outrage then? I didn't see not one person care when police constantly kept coming to my door. When they kept sending random men from dating apps to my door. No one gave a fuck. Y'all sat here. And the thing was, when my dad first went missing, which he's not missing, but when he went missing, the thing that annoyed me the most is how people didn't give a fuck, because if I would have came to the internet, you wouldn't have cared. And no one has the decency to read any room.
They didn't even care that he was missing. They blamed us.
I can't even ask the internet for no help because no one cares. You want to pretend you care about black people so much, but you don't give a fuck. Someone was literally in my comment section talking about modern day lynching someone who was literally a subscriber of mine that was a troll, and I still blocked those people. And no one cared. When they come in my comment section using the N-word constantly and being racist, nobody cared. And I see y'all sitting here saying performative, but y'all didn't post shit. Y'all didn't do nothing. You allowed these people to be racist. And when I speak up about people being racist towards me, white women, oh my God, you're obsessed over white women. It's okay for them to be racist in my comment section when someone sent me a harming kit with rope, razors, cups, and bleach. No one did any. It's a fucking joke to y'all. It's funny. Y'all don't care until it happens to you. Then all of a sudden you want to care. Because the internet's telling you I'm a horrible person. You don't give a fuck about me. And I'm not supposed to care about other people. I'm not supposed to care. I'm supposed to shut my mouth and not say anything. That's crazy. That's insane. I have to live in a world where a black man was just unalived for something he didn't do, while a white bitch is sitting on livestream making money off of his death. And having to think that could be my father. And then asking people, I said, that could be my father, but if I have to ask people to advocate for him, would they? No, they wouldn't. They wouldn't even advocate for him. They wouldn't even be making posts. They would say he deserves it. Yeah. They would be blaming him. And I have to live with that every day. That nobody's gonna help me when I have to go through something like that. And I went through it. Imagine having to be afraid every time the police comes to my door. He's not going to be unalive because people think it's some joke to falsely call the police. Y'all want to act like you care. You don't care. I'm always the one that gets come down on the hardest. But y'all didn't come down on half of these people that were not black people, falsely calling the police 6 times. More than that. Even after I left my apartment, they were still falsely calling the police. And still threatening me to this day. We're gonna SWAT you. We're gonna call the police. For what? I can't even live my life normally without having to worry about police coming to my door. All because you want to defend police that don't give a fuck about nobody. police, they can't even help me. I show them that I'm receiving death threats, they don't even do nothing. I notify them someone's right outside my door, they don't care. None of y'all cared. And if my father was here to defend himself, he would literally say I never called the police on him. You don't even know what we've had to go through. You don't know what me and my family had to endure. Having to take care of someone with mental illness. And also worry about the police. And you put that on me. I always knew what the police was like. And to have the audacity to say I didn't know nothing about Marcellus, I did. I've been seeing this shit for how long? Where the fuck was all these other celebrities that were not helping? You can't mean to tell me they didn't see this shit all over Instagram. They didn't see this shit all over anywhere. They're quick to make posts about how they're trying to absolve themselves from being associated with Diddy. Where the fuck were they when Marcellus Williams was about to die? Where was any of these people? Nowheres. I posted on my Insta story. I posted on my TikTok telling people, please send these petitions to your family members. You don't know what the fuck I did. Calling me a performative activist. You don't know shit about me. You don't know what I have to go through or what I have to endure just to even speak up. Just to even defend myself as well? While people are telling me I should use a rope? What's wrong with you guys? It's some sick joke to you. Everything's a joke to everybody. It's funny. And the only person who is laughing is you. I'm not laughing. When I got falsely accused because another person who harasses black women all up and down this app, making cash apps harassing black women, called the police on a black man, no one says shit. Where was y'all saying that I didn't do that? Because that man, that fake ass pastor tried to sit on livestream and try to say I called the police on him. I don't even have time to do shit like that. Where do I have the time to call the police on someone else knowing what I went through? And then I had the nerve to sit up there and call me that fat girl, and I had the nerve to say I called the police on him. Knowing just what it causes. You wanted more problems to be caused on me because you knew exactly how people treat me. And this is the stuff that I have to go through. Thank you for the gift points. I get frustrated that some of y'all literally want to sit here and pick and choose who you want to say shit to. And I'm tired of it because you don't like me. You allow people to be anti-black. You allow people to do all of these things. If you're such a moral police, call everybody out for it. It's unfair that you allow people to get away with stuff like this. It's unfair, and I have to go through it. You should have never said that about me. You don't even know nothing about me. And I've had people that sit on my live streams for hours that knows exactly what I have to go through, that knows the real truth. Not once have I ever picked up the phone to call the police on my father. Not once! Hold on, guys. I gotta connect to the internet. I'm gonna have to cover that. But... Oh. Something's wrong with my controller. Hold on. It was flashing red. Uh-oh, that's not good. Let me plug it back in. Need the remote because it's gonna be a little loud. Ouch. Where the remote's at? Hold on. Oh, here it is. Sorry, that's the bed. You're a subscriber literally saying that, like I could never let my father live in a homeless shelter. Where did I say I was letting him live in a homeless shelter if I said I'm trying to get a place? Do you not know what's going on? People falsely made reports, leaving false reviews of this place. We're on a very short time here because they said they was going to work with us. If we have him here, people are just going to send videos of him starting fires at our apartment to get us thrown out of here. Obviously, he can't live with us because then we'll be evicted. We don't even get his check. We don't even get his disability. I'm the one who had to pay the rent last week. I'm the one who's struggling to keep my family living here. On top of trying to get a place we can all live in. While you think that you clearly don't understand because you've never lived with someone with a mental illness that is not on their medication. You see what he looks like on his TikTok videos? That's because he's not on his medication. He looks sick. And all we have to do is watch him like that because the VA won't help us. They've already told us he has to go down there himself to get help. We've already told them way before he got arrested the second time. We said, hey, can you pick him up? We know where he's at. Can you pick him up to give him help or he's going to get arrested again? He has to want to take himself down there, ma'am. There's nothing we could do. He has to sign himself in. What happened? He ended up getting arrested. Why? Because the VA don't give a fuck. We can't have him here causing problems at a place that we're trying to keep ourselves while trying to find a place. He's not in the street. He's in a homeless shelter. What are you talking about? Why is he in the street? I just explained to you why he's in the street. He's not even in the street. He's in a homeless shelter. I just explained to you why. Why do you have to continuously keep asking why? Hello? Like, some of you guys need to use your common sense. Why is he in the streets? I just explained it to you and I shouldn't have to explain it again. A shelter isn't any better. Did I say a shelter was any better? Where do we have a place to take him? He cannot come here because they're already working with us. He cannot come here because if he comes here, they won't allow him to stay here. What part of that don't you understand? Because trolls falsely left reviews under this place saying that we were doing things we wasn't. What part of that do you not understand? That's what I'm trying to explain to you. Hello? You can't hide him. Oh yeah, Mom, can we hide him? Can we bring him through the front door?
We're gonna hide him.
We're gonna bring him through a front door where there's a camera right there. Yeah, are they fucking stupid? What? Are these people idiotic? There's cameras all over this place. There's a camera right by our door. Almost facing the hallway, but we can't bring him through the door.
And then you go live and he makes noise and they'll find out and call the office and say he's here.
We can't hide him, but he's gonna be hollering because he's not on his medication and he's gonna be talking loud and hollering like he's talking to people out loud. That's what he did at the apartment. That's why the neighbor called the police. He had the sliding door open and he was hollering. And the neighbor told him, shut the fuck up. I'm calling the police. I had to go to my room because I was so terrified. Because the neighbor was calling the police and I said, oh Lord, I hope nothing happens to him because the police are coming. But no one gives a fuck. Thank you for subscribing. It's so fucking annoying that people suggest shit that is so dumb. We've known how to deal with him. We've had to deal with him for years. And I'm tired of people saying, well, let me give you this solution. Let me tell you how to do this. I get so annoyed.
And we're the ones that know what to do, not them.
We can't get anywhere as quickly as you guys expect us to. We can't go rent another house or another place just for people to turn around and cause us to get evicted and then say it's some sort of excuse. People want us to see us do better, but they won't let us do better. I've already had to experience that, and I'm tired of having my privacy invaded because people say so. One of the places we got thrown out was because someone filmed me. And I didn't even do anything, but just live there.
Okay.
All I did was go outside to meet my brother, and someone filmed me without my knowledge, making jokes saying that her dad was the manager and was going to get me evicted. And said that she was going to tell her dad to have me evicted. And I literally told the office, because how it started was before I even went to be with my brother outside. She saw me in the laundry room. She said I thought it was her because I went to wash my laundry. Even when I wash my laundry, I'm concerned that I have to see people or people recognize me. And she took a video of me, and I got evicted. And it wasn't even an eviction. They asked us to leave. They asked us to leave. After I told the office, I said, somebody here filmed me without my knowledge. You guys are going to get a bunch of calls and get harassed. She said, okay. She was okay with it, and she literally said that she understood. I'm the one that gets punished. All I was doing was living my life. I was using the money that I had to pay rent. I can't even exist. We can't even go anywhere without people invading our privacy. My brother can't even go to the thrift store without someone filming him without his knowledge and plastering it all over the internet for fucking views.
And no, we don't need to get off the internet either. They say that. We'll get off the internet.
I got off the internet for almost 2 whole months. I wasn't live. And people still was trying to find out where I lived. Trying to find out where I was. And harassing, and literally harassing homeless shelters. They had to tell them to stop calling. Because all they're there for is to help homeless people. That's not insane to you? That's not crazy?
Why? Jealousy.
You harass homeless shelters that are helping homeless people just for what? And then they had to tell you to stop calling. That's insane. Guys, you have to stop calling these homeless shelters because they said that you have to stop calling. Literally, they said they're only here to help homeless people, and you need to leave them alone. Common sense should tell you, why are you harassing a homeless shelter for someone staying there? Is that not insane to people? And I was not even staying there.
They were calling every motel we wasn't even staying at.
They were harassing other motels too? That's insane. And people have the audacity to sit here and say that's okay? Like, I don't even know. I don't even know how to function anymore. I don't even know. To me, it's just frustrating how people love to call me performative but don't say shit about people doing this shit. It's like it's okay for them. I ain't even gonna get to, like... It's gonna have to do, because I joined in late. That was a good one too. And I didn't vote. A social warrior is what people call someone who is like, it's the equivalent of a keyboard warrior. So it's someone who comes online in defense of people, like, of people that are like bigots in a sense, right? So when you see someone being a bigot or when you see someone racist and you come to their defense by responding or replying to a comment, basically being like, oh, you need to leave this person alone. Like, it's and what bothers me is like people will go into a live stream, right, and say, why are y'all bullying this person? Why are y'all jumping on this person? When they weren't there to see why that person was getting jumped on, why that person, thank you for gift points, was getting attacked in the first place. A lot of those people were not there to see that that person started stuff. And this is what I hate about people. It's always coming to the defense of someone when you don't know what someone has said. Thank you for the gift points. So half of y'all don't even know what people send me in my DMs that I have to delete. And they tell me I'm attacking people for no reason. I'm not attacking people for no reason. You just don't see it because I'm not going to share any DMs anymore. I'm the one that's losing my monetization on Instagram because someone told me to unalive myself. Why should I have to ruin my money? Why should I have to mess with my money? Because people don't care. I have to care. That's my livelihood. I'm tired of having to show y'all exactly the stuff that I get in my DMs and nobody cares. You don't know, thank you for the gift points, you don't know why these people get jumped on or attacked. And you sit here and you pretend like you don't know. Like I just bully people for no reason. Of course you don't care. I already know that. I've already knew that. I was not mean to you. I was never mean to you. If I'm so mean to you, then why are you subscribed? You see how stupid that sounds? Imagine telling someone they were mean to you, but you're literally subscribed. I don't subscribe to people who are mean to me. That's crazy.
if defending yourself is being mean to them, oh well, you're defending yourself. How stupid are they? You know, we're supposed to be nice to people that treat you like that. No, thank you.
They only subscribe to me because they're trolls. And they go into a Reddit that literally wishes that I get unalived. And I just don't understand it. Like, it's so hypocritical of people to be talking on the internet about all this crap, but then we'll sit in a Reddit that literally has children in it talking about unaliving. And I'm not stupid. I already know that because you all already went to Reddit and admitted that you're a troll, subscribe to me, so what are we doing? You've already admitted it yourselves. I didn't have to do nothing. I'm not the one who sits up here and literally admits that. Imagine sitting in a Reddit admitting that you subscribe because you're a troll. People act like I'm stupid or oblivious to why people follow me. I already know why I have mass amounts of followers. Before all those people tried to make me out to be a bad person, I was getting bullied for my looks because of videos that went viral. Of me literally posting videos of my face. Those videos too, like photos where you post, it was like photo trends. Literally, and every time my video went viral, I knew I was getting bullied because people were saying things about me. And this was way before I had trolls. When I only had 10 people in my live streams. And no one was being rude. I literally got bullied. And I said, oh great, when I know a video is going viral, it's because people was making fun of me. Sure enough, that's what it was. I already knew. Like, I didn't even have to even run to the comment section. It was always like that. My videos went viral because I made cringy type videos. I already know. And even before then, people was not rude. And the crazy part about it is that I was watching people literally become two-faced and turn against me. Because somebody they liked didn't like me. And I was like, you wasn't calling me ugly. You wasn't saying all of this stuff when you was legit following me and telling people to leave me alone. But now when people swayed your perception because you couldn't think for yourself, all of a sudden you don't like me. When large amounts of people don't like somebody, they will literally sit here, right? They will literally sit on lives. Hold on. I have to leave it like that. Like, it is so insane to me, like, watching people. And literally, the thing that annoyed me the most was watching people see this stuff happen in real time, but continue to keep a lie going because someone that they liked didn't like me. And the fact true, it just literally bothered me. It just bothered me. Like, it was just insane. mean, good night, but there was nothing funny, so I don't know why you're saying thanks for the laugh. Nothing about today was funny, but okay. Okay, I guess that's it. No, I don't have a Reddit, so I didn't join the Reddit. Everything I know about the Reddit is because people send me stuff. I don't join it because it's negative, and I like the Discord right there gone, right, because they got doxxed, so I really don't care at this point, because to me it's not even like, you know, I have to stop caring about that stuff. It's not benefiting me any. It's not helping me. It's not helping my family. It's not helping nobody. And saying you doubt it, I don't have a Reddit. I don't have a Reddit. I don't feel the need to make Reddit or have a Reddit to even like go into their Reddit and see what's going on. Like, that's not my concern. Like, it's not even a priority to me. I don't feed off the negativity. I had the nerve to speak up today because I just saw that comment saying that I called the police on my father when that was untrue. I do have a right to defend myself. When a lady sat up here who literally tried to take $2,000 rent money to lie on a black man and had the nerve to lump me with 4 other people and say that I harmed my children that I don't even have is crazy. When that one girl literally came on the internet saying that I SA kids, trigger warning, and that she was in a Discord with me but couldn't provide an ounce of proof, what are we doing? I'm supposed to sit there and let her lie on me? And even though people asked her for proof and she was deleting comments? That's crazy. They literally asked her for proof. They said, where's the proof? We don't believe this. She was literally sitting there blocking people. The GoFundMe is still up because we haven't hit our goal. That's what happened. Unless it's expired. I haven't renewed it or made another GoFundMe because we still need that money. We still needed that money to move. We still do. Because I gotta pay movers. We gotta have a car to get to storage, to clear out our storage. Because we're not taking all of our stuff. We're getting rid of the beds. We're getting rid of all of the old stuff. And we're just gonna get all new. But as far as that goes, we still need the money to get a place and still need money to move. Obviously, people are not gonna help, and I'm not gonna sit here and ask people to help. Like, people are not gonna help me, but they'll help Jasmine. They'll give Jasmine all the gift points Jasmine asked for. Oh, they'll give Jasmine money when Jasmine lied about her mother being unalived. And I literally, people in her comment section saying RIP to me because she said I was her mother. That's crazy. And then her own mother, like, told her to get out. And she literally was like, oh my God, my mom's so abusive, guys. No, your mom's not abusive. I didn't use the GoFundMe money from Comic-Con. Did you know anything about that GoFundMe? Look at the date of the GoFundMe before you talk. I got raided after I went to Comic-Con, and the GoFundMe was started after Comic-Con. So how did I use the GoFundMe to go to Comic-Con when I didn't have a GoFundMe when I went to Comic-Con? I paid out of my own money that I earned from TikTok to go to Comic-Con. And I paid pre-sale. And I bought pre-sale tickets before I even knew about my rent. So I don't know why people are still bringing that up. At the time when I was going to go to Comic-Con, I had assumed that our rent was paid because my father told me the rent was paid. He told me and my mom. And after we had found out, which was when we had already bought the pre-sale tickets and was going to Comic-Con, right? Because I had already bought the pre-sale tickets because my brother, I had to get for him because he was taking me. So when I had my pre-sale tickets, right? After I had bought my pre-sale tickets is when I found out. And it was already too late, because if you know anything about Comic-Con, which I'm guessing some of y'all don't know, people plan outfits, they plan costumes. Obviously I don't dress up, so I don't dress up, so I just go to Comic-Con, right? But some people have to plan outfits, some people have to have money to buy autographs, some people have to have things done way in advance, right? Obviously, no one could do that last minute, because first of all, it would have been very difficult for me to sell Comic-Con tickets at the last minute. It would have been very difficult for me to sell Comic-Con tickets at the last minute, right? And it was like, what? The next weekend was like Comic-Con or something like that. And I had already bought my pre-sale tickets. I'm being truthfully honest. And then after Comic-Con is when I had made that whole like GoFundMe thing, and I had went on Aunt Karen's live, and then everyone that cause clearly she had brought up like the GoFundMe and saying I went to Comic-Con, but then right after made a GoFundMe. Like it's all documented on TikTok. I don't gotta lie about that. It's there. Like, what do I gotta lie about? Like, this stuff is all on TikTok. Like, when I went to Comic-Con was the same. Like, when I went to Comic-Con was legit the same day, right? Or yeah, it was, well, not the same day, but it was the days that I had known that I didn't have rent, but I still had to be like, oh, let me be excited to go, because I don't have a choice, like I'm stuck with these tickets. I couldn't even sell last minute because I was stuck. And I was like, literally all Comic-Con had to be all happy, had to go and enjoy myself knowing that I was about to be evicted because I didn't have a choice. Like, it was just like, it was because I was like, here my father was telling me the rent was all paid up, and this is why I bought my Comic-Con tickets, and now look, like, finding out that the rent wasn't paid, and that, like, all of this stuff, and being like, this is just so frustrating, Like, I was upset because I was lied to. And I was like, if I had known our rent wasn't paid, I would have said something. The office never sent us a notice. Nothing. And we even checked the website. Nothing. And we even checked the website, because for us, if you guys didn't know, what happened was we had to pay online. We ended up having to pay online because of COVID. Because you can't go into the office because the office is closed because, social distancing. When we went to pay online, it said 0. every month it showed 0. We checked every day the whole month. We kept checking every day and made sure that the rent was paid. Because they kept telling us, hey, the rent's paid, right? Thank you for the heart hands. Like, it was just weird. Like, I said, are you sure? Because, like, I'm like, something doesn't seem right. Why does it say 0? And obviously you can't pay unless it shows the balance that you owe, right? That was the issue. It was like we couldn't pay unless it showed that we owed that amount, right? Like we couldn't pay. So what happened is that you know, I thought it was suspicious. I kept telling my mom, are you sure? Because why does it say 0? And she's like, well, it must be paid. For like 3 months, we checked every single day to make sure, because our rent's due on the 4th. Didn't show on the 4th. The 4th came and went. The month came and went. All of a sudden, the month was gone. It was like 0, and it still showed 0 when the 4th came. We checked. It showed 0. You know, my dad had her like check. We were checking. We used the computer. Nothing. So I was like, this is so strange. Like, this was literally so strange because I was like, huh, I guess the rent is paid. But in my feelings, I had a feeling that the rent wasn't, because I'm like,
no eviction notice.
Yeah, none. We never received an eviction notice on our door until like 3 months after. Way after I had after I had went to Comic-Con. Like, after I went to Comic-Con and we got raided is when we received an eviction notice telling us we were like 3 months behind. And I was so confused. Well, kind of. To an extent, I had a feeling the rent was being paid, but I just assumed because it showed 0 balance every time we checked the website. To me, I was a little suspicious because I'm like, where's my dad getting this money to buy this stuff? We never had money to buy all this stuff. He kept saying he was doing this cash back thing because he bought brand new bedding, bed sheets, blankets. He was buying laptops. He was buying electronics. And if you know anything about people with mental illnesses, they don't manage money very well. So to me, I was a little suspicious because I'm like, where's this money coming from? He was literally spending our rent money. And in his mind, he believed the rent was being paid. But in reality, it was playing out like our rent was being paid because, like I said, there was a 0 balance every time we checked every single day. Up until, you know, after we got raided is when we were shocked to find out that we owed 3 months of rent. They didn't tell us nothing. They didn't give us a heads up. They didn't warn us in enough time to at least catch up on the rent. Nothing. They could have gave us that. They never gave us an eviction notice. How am I going to ask if it says 0 balance when we go to the website to pay? I don't have to ask because I was seeing that it was showing there our rent was paid because it didn't say we owed rent. I don't have to ask. And literally they couldn't tell us anything because we did call the office once and they told us we had to wait till it showed on the 4th that it should show that if we have to pay the rent or not. Even the lady in the office told us. She lied to us. Because we did call it because I told my mom, call them and ask them because this is suspicious. And she even was the one that told us. Literally. So I said, alright, well if they're saying that and it's showing a 0 balance, then I guess I assumed the rent was being paid because of what they were going off of. So yes, actually we did call them and ask. And they literally told us. They literally confirmed exactly what I was saying. Like, they confirmed it. well, not that the rent was being paid, but they confirmed. I mean, the opposite of what I was trying to say, because I kept telling my mom, call them. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. She said, I'm not going to call them for nothing. And I said, you're not calling them for nothing. You know, because obviously she was seeing on the website it was showing 0. Sure enough, the office confirmed what my mom was saying and literally kind of made me believe, like, yes, the rent was being paid. And so I just said, well, if the office is saying that, then I guess our rent is paid because, you know, the office wouldn't lie. They want their money, right? Like, they want their money. So, of course, they're not going to lie. Like, why would an office lie about that? That doesn't make any sense. So anyways, I just believed the office, and then at that point, I had already bought pre-sale tickets because I was so excited about Comic-Con. I was like, this is my first Comic-Con. I'm going. I had the money then to buy pre-sale tickets because at that time I was literally going to go meet Edward James Olmos, who didn't go, and he told us why, because he said he was fighting cancer, that he had cancer. And I was like, well, you know, the last time when we finally met him, because he came again, like the second Comic-Con, he came again, and that's when we had explained to him, oh, we were so sad that you didn't show up last time. And he was like, yeah, I was fighting cancer. I was in a hospital almost dying from cancer. And I was like, oh, I'm sorry, because, like, what do you say? Like, this guy was like dying from cancer, and it was like sad. We almost didn't get to meet this guy, you know, and it was so sad. And so all I kept looking forward to was Comic-Con the whole time. My mind was just like, the rent's paid, because the office is telling me like we're getting all these conflicted, like, everything was so conflicting to me. Because it's just like, what's going on? Like, and then after Comic-Con, like I said, because this was after Comic-Con, we had got raided because of the threats. What happened was my father was not on his medication and was real sick. So then what happened is that we didn't know that the person that comes to the house to give him his shot, he had made a very not so nice. He threatened him, basically, which is why the police showed up and raided us. We didn't have any knowledge, because we didn't know, like, you know, we don't keep track of his phones and stuff, because that's like his phones, you know, right? Whatever. So anyways, I didn't know anything, and that's why the police showed up to raid us, because they checked to see if we had any weapons, which we didn't have any weapons, and he refused to come out of the apartment, so they raided us. And on top of that, we had to stay in a shelter. So during that time, we come back from being raided. We come back to our apartment. We have no lock on our door. Mind you, our door is broken open. We had piles of boxes blocking the door, but that wasn't enough because someone tried to come in. Someone literally tried to come in while my mom was asleep on the couch. And she's like, hello? Or she was like, who are you? Or I don't know who it was, because she thought maybe some of the trolls had called the pizza guy. She thought it was a pizza man, because, you know, at that time trolls had called pizza to our apartment. So then the next thing we know, there was a knock on our door early morning. So we were like, what is this knock? Like, what's going on? Come to find out, the office left an eviction notice telling us that we're about to be evicted because we haven't paid 3 months rent. And I'm like, 3 months rent? They never even told us we owed. We even called the office and they told us we had to wait to the 4th for our balance to be shown, and nothing was shown. Month after month it said 0. And I was like, what the heck? Oh, not seem right. And I was like, so then we that's when I had tried to get a hold of someone gave me some information to a COVID relief, and it's for people that they're late on their rent, so they owe a lot of money to their rent. All they needed, because they said I was approved because I explained the situation and said that I literally explained the situation and was like we are literally behind on rent, right? They said all we need is the manager of the place, the person that owns the place, and we can help you. So I let the office know. I was like, hey, I said we need to let the office know that the rent's gonna be paid, that we got someone to pay all the rent off, which was like $3,000. So then what happened was that they gave us the manager, and we thought everything was fine. They said that's not the owner of the place, that's not the manager. You need to find out who the manager is. Then they started refusing to not let us know who the owner was. And then we were like, well, what the heck is going on? So then my brother had went to the office to tell them he was raided and explained the situation and let the office know that, we was raided, that we didn't cause any damages. They said it was fine. That they understood we did not damage the apartment, that it was like, the SWAT, whatever. Okay, so then what happened was that after that we received another eviction notice. So we received another eviction notice telling us that we had 10 days to be out. And we were like, well, what's going on? Because they literally told us they were going to wait for the rent. This is crazy. Like, now we're receiving another eviction notice after we told them the rent was being paid. I was like, this is crazy. Like, I couldn't understand. Then the lady started having attitudes with me, started treating me horribly in the office. That's what she called us in there and basically told us that the internet was the one that got us evicted, saying that people online, whatever. And I'm like, you're letting people online tell you how to do your job? That's crazy. Imagine that. And not only that, the third eviction notice, because we received 3, the neighbor saw the eviction notice before we even saw our eviction notice. That's how crazy it was. Because I remember seeing the Discord say that we were being evicted on a certain date. And I said, no, we're not. We never even received an eviction notice ourselves. Like, we're not being evicted at that time. We never got one before then. That's what I'm talking about. Before Comic-Con, when the 3 months of rent was not paid, we never received an eviction notice in that time. The only time we received an eviction notice, which is what I was saying, is after. But the whole time that the 3 months of rent was not paid, our balance still said 0. We never received an eviction notice in the time of 3 months non-payment of rent. That's what I was saying. They should have gave it to us when it was already at the 3 months. They should have notified us that we were 3 months behind. They didn't notify us until it was too late. Until we were up to like $3,000 worth of rent. They should have told us even when 1 month wasn't paid or 2. They should have literally said, hey, your rent's not being paid. They didn't say anything until after Comic-Con, until after we was raided. Mind you, the only reason why they gave us an eviction notice, they was never going to give us one. And I'll tell you why they gave us an eviction notice. Because the people on the internet started making these false reports. Started making these false claims and these fake reviews online. That's that's the only reason why we received an eviction notice is because people started complaining.
Plus, she didn't want to get in trouble for not having told us we weren't paying the rent.
She knew she would have let us go up to. We would have went past $3,000 worth of unpaid rent if people had never done what they did. She would have never still given us the eviction notice. We would have went without it. We literally would have went without an eviction notice the whole time. When after Comic-Con, when we got raided, we received an eviction notice. The first one. The second one was because they were like, you got 10 days to get out. Oh no, they gave us another one. And I was like, what the heck? We told them we was going to pay the rent, right? The 10 days to get out was after they showed the neighbor our eviction notice. Because the Discord went online and said they're being evicted at this date. And I was like, how do they know that? They wouldn't know that. They don't know that, right? It's weird to me how they would know, because I said, we didn't even receive any eviction notice.
I'm sorry.
That was my mom. Anyways, I was so confused. I was literally so confused. So then, what happened is that, we get this eviction notice for the same date that on the Discord said we were being evicted. And I said, the office showed the neighbor our eviction notice. That's why. Like, I was like, it was the neighbor. And so then I was like, no wonder the Discord knew. And I was wondering why the Discord, or why Roach Chula, I believe it was Roach Chula, thank you for the gift points, or the Discord was literally saying that they was going to go live with the neighbor. I was like, why are they saying they're going to go live with the neighbor? To me, it was so weird, because it was like, why are they saying they're going to go live with the neighbor? Like, what is he going to tell them? Because they said the neighbor is going to do an interview with me. Like, I'm going to interview the neighbor. And I was like, what else does he have to say? Because we haven't had an interaction with him at all. Besides him saying little stuff here and there to my brother. And he's the one who's starting it. We didn't have a conversation with him. We didn't have an interaction with him. So then, I was just so confused. And then, that's when it literally hit me. And I was like, what in the heck is going on? And it hit me that the office had shown him our eviction notice, because they literally said that the reason why we got evicted was because people showed the neighbor the video. And they said, how did your neighbor get the videos then? And I said, because of online. And you know that yourself, because somebody, I'm not mentioning who it was, called the office and literally said that people are harassing me online. And literally said, she literally told her that I was getting harassed online and that the reviews are fake. And the lady in the office had the nerve to tell her, you know what I think? I think you're full of shit. So someone telling you that somebody is getting fake reviews online and you're telling that person they're full of shit is crazy. I'm not saying who, so... because I'm not going to cause that person to get harassed. So there's that. But anyways, they called on my behalf because I didn't even think of that. Obviously, you know, I don't ever think that, you know, to call the office and notify them. And so anyways, someone was like, you know what I think? Or the lady was like, you know what I think? Because she told her over the phone, I think you're full of shit. And so I was like, when she's telling me this, I'm like, oh, this lady has it personally for me. And I said, I feel like this lady has been watching my live streams. And personally, she's taking it personal. Because there is absolutely no way she's not taking it personal. There's no way. Like, this lady is taking it super personal. Because I was like, there is no way. Like, why is this lady so rude to me and I haven't even had an interaction with her except to make sure my rent was being paid? When I first suspected it the first month, I called her. Like, when I suspected my rent wasn't being paid, to make sure that I kept up with the rent. You know? When reason. I didn't even do anything to her. Nor did my brother or any of my family members. My dad didn't do anything. We wasn't even bothering the office. The office didn't know anything. The only reason why they acted was because of social media. Oops. I didn't vote for that one. Yes. Like, why would she do anything to her? I literally was trying to make sure that they got their money. So there was no reason for her to be treating me like that. Tired of us? Yeah, they probably was tired of us, and I'll tell you why. You want to know why they was tired of us? Because we were complaining about our roach problem. Not only that, they was tired of us because we kept calling them about our toilet being broken. They didn't want to fix. They got tired of people literally telling them to do their job. That's why they got tired, because we weren't the only ones having an issue. There was another apartment that had a rodent problem. They were telling the office they had rats in their house and their apartment. Oh, we were nothing but trouble, but we was telling the office that they have a bug problem. Even the bug man said that they had to bomb our place because the roach problem was so bad. That was the only way to get rid of it. And literally the office denied them that. Not only that, they're allowing people to stay. They're allowing people to stay in that apartment with tear gas still in there. Did you know that they're supposed to deep clean that apartment? They refuse to allow. We called the deep cleaner because I looked it up. I said, I don't think we're supposed to be staying in this apartment with tear gas. I think this is dangerous, and I had to look it up because, you know, my mom has asthma. She has upper respiratory problems. And so I was like, I don't think this is safe. The guy literally told us, you have to get out. You have to find somewhere else to go because you're not supposed to be staying in that. It sticks to the walls. Even if you scrub the walls with bleach, he said, someone has to go in and deep clean. So I was like, really? And I told my mom, but we didn't have anywhere else to go because we just came from the shelter. My mom got tired because she didn't want to stay at the shelter anymore. I told my brother, come get us. Enough is enough. I cannot stay here anymore. Like, we were waiting for him because he said, I have to clean up the place. Like, I'm having my friend come over to clean. And once we clean everything up, you guys can come back. And my mom was like, no, enough is enough. I want to go home now. So we came home. And lo and behold, I called this deep cleaning place because they said they were free. They said as long as the office approves, it's free of charge to you. We come down here and we'll deep clean your place. And I was like, okay, cool, good. So, they said they were going to come down and do it for free. They didn't need the office permission. Next thing you know, they turn around and they're like, I don't know who you talk to, but you have to get the office permission. Like, you have to get permission from your office before we can deep clean. And we went down to your office and they said no. And we were like, no, they have to allow the deep cleaning because or else we can't live like that. Like, how are we supposed to live in a place and you deny deep cleaning? Like, and they're renting that place out to unsuspecting renters who don't know what is wrong with that place. So now people are living with tear gas. And there was a family, hold on. I wonder what will come up. Oh, I don't know. I'm just gonna figure some out. Anyways, so literally we're telling the office, right? We're not telling the office. They're telling the office, right? Like, you need to basically hold on. Saying that the office needed to approve us getting deep cleaned, but they denied it. So I was like, okay, this is insane. So we're gonna have to live with this for as long as we get out of here because the office refuses to allow them to deep clean. This is crazy. I was like pissed off because I'm like, why do we always have to get approval from them and they ain't doing the right thing? So then I got mad. And then I was like, you know what? Okay, fine. I'm not going to sit here. I'm not going to argue. I'm just going to let them do what they do, okay? I'm just not, because the office isn't going to allow us. There's not much I can complain about, right? I said there's not much to complain about because literally, even if I complain, it's still going to be a no. It's still going to be like, oh, you can't do that. You know, like, whatever. Okay, fine. So, anyways, I was like, I'm just gonna not even argue about it. Because I had looked up and there was a story of a family that lived in a house that was tear gassed. They didn't know and they lived there for 2 years. 2 years. And what ended up happening was that they lived there for 2 years and they found out they had tear gas because they started having respiratory problems. And they had someone look into their house, or I believe it was an apartment or a house, and they ended up finding out that their whole that their apartment had tear gas. That's how they found out. And they said it was dangerous. They almost nearly unalived because of it. And I was like, this is crazy. Like, this is the most insane thing that I've ever seen. Is because I saw that and I was like, and the office is not allowing us to deep clean? Because the guy even told us it was dangerous to live in our apartment like that. And I really wanted to make sure my family was okay. Like, we was not going to be harmed, or not harmed, but you know, we was not going to be hurt. Or have, because my mom had asthma, I was worried. I was like, I do have to care. My mom has upper respiratory problems. That's why I was so concerned. When I searched it up, because I was a concerned person, I saw that story and I was like, no, let me call a deep cleaner. Because they said your house needs to be deep cleaned. When I looked up the story, when I looked up about tear gas. So anyways, I called them, right? So we had never received a call back. And my mom was like, you know what, I'm going to call them. Because, you know, we haven't gotten a call back. So she called them. And that's when they told us that they went to the office, and the office told them no, that they don't know who we talked to, but we had to get permission from our office before they could come do it. And they said they could do it for free, but the office denied them. So, I mean, it's not on my hands, it's on theirs. They shouldn't be renting out that apartment that has tear gas stuck to the walls. And the fact that y'all are defending them, that's crazy. That family is going to get sick. We're not paying for a deep cleaning that we tried to do for free. Because I know that's what part of the 7,000 was. I literally know that's what it was. We tried to pay the rent and they wouldn't even give us the owner's name. They wanted to wait until they're racked up. I'm not even going to go back and forth with the office. Let them be stupid. That's on them. Whoever is living in that apartment is really gonna get sick. You think putting people's health at risk is more important? Like, you think your money is more important instead of keeping people healthy? Imagine putting someone's health at risk for a quick buck. That's crazy. That's not on us, because we already told the police that we couldn't have a raid. They waited till we left to raid our apartment, and it's not because right when we got back from the because the office was closed when we came home. It was nighttime. So the next day my brother went to the office and told them we was raided, and we literally tried to get a deep clean. So how is it on us when they went to the office and told the office that we were trying to get our apartment deep cleaned? That's not on us. The office denied them that. That's on them. How is it on us when we tried to make sure that it was up to standards? Our living situation. That's not on me. I'm renting. You have to understand, when you rent places, you can't do what you want. You have to ask. Especially when you're hanging stuff up on the wall too. Because some places don't allow you to hang stuff on the wall. Some people start nailing stuff and putting stuff with nails on their wall. You can't do that. You have to ask the office for everything you do, including mounting TVs. We didn't mount TVs to our wall because they told us we couldn't mount the TV to our wall. They did not allow that. There were just some things they didn't allow. When we got raided, we told them the next day because the office was closed. My brother wanted to let them know we didn't damage anything. They said, that's fine. They said, that's fine. That's okay. You know, we understand. So then when they went down there to tell them that we were trying to get our apartment deep cleaned, the office literally said, no. Okay, well then that's on them. Whoever gets sick and has health problems living in that apartment because they want to make a quick buck is on them. So whoever's living there is going to get sick, and that's not my fault, that's theirs. And if they fail to tell the renters who are renting that place what's going on in their apartment, that's not on me, that's on the apartment. They need to notify people of what apartment they're getting before they get it. They shouldn't be lying to people and giving them an apartment that's going to cause them health problems. I'm not the one who's working for the office. So whoever works for the office is allowing those people to get sick and not telling them anything. That's on them. That's on anybody else but them. I'm not the one who runs that place. That's the thing that is crazy, is that people assume that I'm the one who runs that. Where do I run that place? I'm not the owner. I'm not the management. I'm not anybody. So why should I have to help them out? They didn't help us out, right? And I have a right mind to notify the previous people living there and be like, do you know that you're living in an apartment that's going to put you at your health? And if I was to do that, the office is going to sue me and say, why are you scaring our renters off? Like, why are you lying to them? I'm not lying to them. I have every right to notify them of what place they're living in. I don't care if y'all sue me. Sue me. Go ahead and sue me. Like, they ain't gonna threaten me. If I want to keep other people's health, safety, I will do so. They didn't want to deep clean it because they didn't want to do it themselves. That's what it was. It wasn't for us. It was free. And even the deep cleaner said that they would do it for free. And the reason they couldn't do it is because the office said no. They're not deep cleaning it for us. They're deep cleaning it for the next people that rent there. It is not about us. It's about the safety of other freaking people, which they cared nothing about. Imagine you're renting there and you don't know the dangers of what you're living in. Like, what? What are we even talking about? Why are we even having a conversation? It's not about us. We're not the ones that are going to be living there forever. I just don't, it really baffles me how people will justify what the office does all the time. Why are we justifying an office saying that? I could never understand it. I don't get it. I'm gonna put the pattern on them. No, it doesn't work. We're gonna have to just put black. Or, like purple or something. It's not my responsibility. It's theirs. Especially as a renter, people are not gonna know that. Like, how are you, I just don't get it. To me, I just don't understand it. It's not my fault, it's on them. So whoever is literally getting that apartment is gonna get sick, and that's on them. Not on me. That's when you own a place, especially an apartment like that. If I knew something like that happened and I didn't do anything, it would be my fault. It would literally be my fault because I'm the one renting and I knew that. Oh, I was gonna go get that bag, but I'll have to just grab this one. I don't have a choice. That's not even going to show the design, but oh wow. Like, it's just insane. People will literally find any reason. Like, even if it was me, they still have to think about other people that are going to rant after me. Thank you for the gift points. It's just insane. I didn't even put my hair or change my makeup, but that's okay. That's fine. We can't get a maid. You're not understanding that. A maid cannot come to clean. A maid cannot come to clean tear gas that has to be deep cleaned by biohazard people. Do you know what biohazard people are? They're people that work cleaning biohazards. They have to come because they're specialists in that. We can't hire a maid to do something that's going to cause the maid to literally get sick because they're not specialists for that. Imagine hiring someone to get sick and not telling them that there's tear gas and saying, hey, come clean my place, and then that maid gets sick because we told them to come. It has to be a biohazard company that has to come in and do the deep cleaning, which they didn't, because of the simple fact is that is because they said no to the deep cleaner people. That's on them. That's not on me, that's on them. I can't do whatever I want. I was renting. They didn't want us out at the time we were asking for a deep clean. And even if they wanted us out, they still have to deep clean. Because the guy told us it was too dangerous to live in it. And we literally let the office know that. They can't be renting that place out unless they deep cleaned it, which they didn't. They still would have had to deep clean that apartment. They didn't deep clean. They're letting people get sick. It doesn't matter. It's not our fault because either way, if they wanted us out, they still had to do it no matter what. That's their responsibility. They run that place, and the owner doesn't even know how they're running that place. And if I did find out who the owner was, I'm literally going to notify him and tell him, hey, he doesn't know how these people are running his apartments because he doesn't keep control of that. That's why he literally has a management. So he doesn't have to do anything but have the management run his property for him. That's why people get management. They buy these properties and have a management run their property for them. So they don't have to do a lot of work. And biohazard companies go in when something like that happens and they have to assess the situation. How long ago was this? It was like 2 years ago, but look up the stories. When you look up about tear gas, it doesn't go away. Tear gas is still stuck there. It's still stuck to the walls. So I'm going to explain something to you. Even if it was 2 years ago, that tear gas is still there. And whoever's living there, their problems are going to persist. And when they start getting sick, they're going to know why they're getting sick. I'm just telling you, okay? Those people are going to be like, what in the... Wait till they find out. Let me do something. Let me see. Type 2. Even if it was like 2 years ago, that family didn't know about their tear gas until 2 years. That's the funny thing about it. Is it took them 2 years to realize that they had tear gas because they started having health problems, and that's when they were notified because they started feeling the effects of it. So it doesn't matter if it was 2 years ago or not, it is still gonna persist unless they do something about it, which they're not gonna do. Because they literally said, no, we don't have no control. After that, I'm not even going to give a ish anymore. Like, I'm not even going to care anymore. I don't live there, so I don't care. Whoever lives there is going to sue them. When they find out that the place was tear gassed, and then somebody has to tell them that they moved into a place like that, the only person that is gonna suffer is the apartments, and they're gonna get sued. Haha, that's what you get. And I hope that family sues you for everything, cause that's not on me, that's on them. Haha, I don't gotta worry, I ain't living there. Like, haha, like, that's all I gotta say. I don't got much more to say. Like, I'm not angry, I'm not stressing, I'm not upset over that because I'm not the one living there, so, you know, I do care about their health. Like, I'm not saying haha to the family's health. I'm talking about the office because it's them. It's on them. They're the ones that need to care. They own the place. All I need to worry about is myself and getting myself a place to live. Like, I don't need to worry about them. My father's out there, and I need to get a place to live for us. I don't need to care about an office that didn't care about me. That didn't even have the decency to tell me and my family that we owed rent. Like, no, like, goodbye. Like, they did not. Like, no. If they're the ones that failed to tell people that live there, hey, you know what? Your place is unsafe to live in. And then I can't believe that people had the nerve to come to my page and say it's my fault. It's my fault? You must really be lacking any type of brain cells to be like, it's your fault. I'm not the owner of that place. Whose fault is it really? Like, let's be truthfully honest. If the office didn't do anything, it's their fault, not mine. When you're talking about the feels, what feels? You mean the raid? It was not, that's not why we got kicked out. Again, you're just making assumptions. You literally said yourself you didn't know anything. So why are you even making assumptions on something you knew nothing about? We didn't get evicted because our apartment was filthy. We got evicted because people on the internet worked with the neighbor to help us get evicted. Even the office told us it was the neighbor. Hello? They told on the neighbor. Like, what are we doing? They didn't tell us we had to leave because our apartment was trashed. Our apartment wasn't trashed. Because they told us we had to clean up in order for them to come fix our stuff. Our door was still broken when we said it was cleaned. We told them our apartment was clean and that they can come fix whatever it was they needed to fix. They never did. Our door stayed broken. My brother's friend had to come bolt metal things to the door and put a board across it. We had to do it that way to block some people from coming in. We had to put a board across the back of our door because the office didn't come to fix it. And we told them that the place was clean. We said everything's picked up, everything's clean, you can come and fix it. They never did. That's not on us, that's on them. Like, to me, it just bothers me that people find every way to blame us when we're not to blame. When you own a place, you're supposed to tell people, right? That's like saying, oh, well, if you own a place, you don't have to disclose things. Yes, you do. You have to disclose a lot. I don't own the place, so why are we talking about I'm blaming everyone else because everyone else is to blame? The office literally said so themselves. What are we doing? The office literally said it was the neighbor. They literally told on themselves that they showed the neighbor our eviction notice. They never literally told us we owed money. That's the thing that really annoys me, is how people sit here and literally say that we're blaming people when I don't have supporters for nothing. Of course they don't agree with what I say half of the time, but they know exactly who's doing what. I get DMs almost every day about how people are crazy harassing me. What are we talking about? And I don't even keep up with people. People are sending me stuff like what Jasmine says about me, about this live stream where someone's pretending to be me on lives talking to men still. Like, this is a current live stream that went on yesterday. But I'm not the problem. I'm literally playing games, keeping to myself. And I shouldn't have to sit here and be explaining to people. I shouldn't have to explain to literal people about my situations. Why should I have to sit here as a person and constantly explain things to people that don't care? When I'm gaming, people always have a bunch of stuff to say, and the only reason why I spoke up is because I'm not going to allow someone to sit here and spread misinformation on me and have the nerve to tell people I called the police on my father. Do you think I'm going to let someone lie on me like that? Like, I'm supposed to just take that kind of disrespect because I'm just supposed to let people hurt me or spread things like that on the internet with no proof, and then people saying, yeah, you did because they don't like me? You did. You did. You guys called the police 7 times and didn't care. And I had to be worried that every time the police was coming, it wasn't to unalive, and I couldn't avert the police and call them and say, hey, please don't show up. Please. why should I literally have to beg? Basically, beg the police not to come because they're not going to. They're going to come regardless because people were making false reports. I couldn't avert the police from coming. They still would have came. They have to do their job no matter what. And they don't do their job. That's what literally bothers me. Six times I had the police falsely called on me, and not a dang near nobody had anything to say about me being swatted. That's what literally pisses me off every time I have to think about it. It's just like, where was y'all? And how come y'all literally want to pretend to be activists, but then won't say anything when you see other people doing stuff? And I know you see it because all these videos go viral with hundreds of thousands of views. And you can't tell me you don't see all these videos going viral. Literally making a video on TikTok saying when we're not harassing her on lives, it's not fun. A literal video admitting that they harassed me on lives to cause problems because it's not entertainment. It's a whole video. Like, I just don't get some of y'all sometimes. Saying if she's not getting harassed on lives, it's not fun. Like, what? That is so crazy. I mean, it's so crazy to me how people will see a video like that and they won't say ish. That's crazy. Like, y'all literally will see people telling you that they harass me and y'all don't even have nothing to say to those videos. You just laugh like it's a joke. Like, I couldn't even. I think if I change the dress to white, like, it literally will work. Rather than green. Like, that's the thing about it. Like, that's what literally annoys me about some of y'all. Okay. I don't know what to do. We literally, what? Oh, please don't tell me it's gonna mess up. No, I don't need that mic. You know what? I think I'm gonna try something. The outside's gonna be white, and then the inside's gonna be red. And then the umbrella's gonna be black. Alright, that'll be black. There we go. Like she's drinking blood, I guess. Anyways. Like, I don't have to exert my energy for people that literally just don't care. And the thing is like, my live streams are always screen recorded, so I'm not too concerned. Like, whatever I say is screen recorded. I don't gotta lie about things. Like, I just dressed up as, I don't know, like something creepy. It's a urban legend, but I didn't have anyone to dress up as, so I just dressed up as something creepy. That's the thing about people saying just play DTI, like, I have a serious topic, and I'm talking about something serious, but all you have to say is just play DTI, like, that's crazy. That's crazy. I don't know who that person's supposed to be. Is that like Jennifer's body or something? What the frick? Nah. There is no way that I'm seeing this in real time. We're not gonna have a working fridge till we leave. Because we've already told the office that it wasn't working, and we keep telling them, but they don't fix it, so we don't have a working fridge. The only thing that works is our freezer, so we have to put everything in the freezer. So yeah. That's literally, yeah, but it's okay. I mean, I feel like to a certain extent, you know, there's nothing we could really do because of fake reviews. It doesn't help, but you know, we can do what we can. And as for buying a refrigerator, we can't do that because we don't have room as it is. So we can't buy a refrigerator because we have nowhere to put it. That's why we're trying to get a place. The guy that voiced Grandpa Pig died. I'm not even winning in that server. Hold on.
Wednesday, and we're here. We're back. don't want to say we're back because like I never fucking really left, but it's been a while since we did a weigh-in video on a weigh-in Wednesday. So let's do it. Let's do it. Recap, I started this year at 598.2 pounds, nearly 600 pounds. Let's see where we're at today. Hello. What's up? It's ready. £436.2. 436.2 pounds. That's like, we're away from.
Hold on, guys. Well, you know, there's no sense in things, you know. The heck? Hold on. No, that's not it. It's this one. That's it. Okay, cool. Does it say? Hold on, I need to check my count here. But it should be more than that. I guess not. Well, I'm not active on this page anyway, so. I had to check on my other accounts. Okay, hold on, guys. I'm trying to look up something. You.
Okay, I already had the bubble necklace, but I wanted the one with the diamonds all over it. I finally got it, and I bought it with my TikTok shop coupon. Plus, this is only.
I've never understood people literally being crazy over Hello Kitty stuff. Like, you're fighting each other. Like, grown adults fighting grown adults for Hello Kitty stuff is crazy. Ew. Proceeds to like it. It's a pimple video. And they had a ingrown hair or something. But you're not supposed to pop the pimple, it's supposed to get all the stuff out from it. I don't think that pimple patch worked.
No.
Oh my god.
No.
Ew. Good.
Smart Schoolboy 9 has been found.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Finding out we are pregnant with baby number 2 and
Sell their children are a piece of shit and they do not deserve their goddamn kids.
the one just aged last night, Viper.
Why are they live with him? That guy doxes people. And attacks you if you stop being friends with him. Oh my god. Found out her daughter died at a sleepover. I know I'm live, guys. I didn't forget I'm live. Sorry. Doing something. I already liked that video, but I'm on my other page.
I will buy all the food that you are about to get if you can tell me how many subscriptions you are.
Today I'm announcing the unsealing of a 3-count indictment, charging Sean Combs with racketeering conspiracy.
Speaking of supplements, though, let's talk about magnesium. There's so many magnesium.
You literally sat there and like glorified a murderer. I don't remember what it was, but Bunny XO got, you know, exposed. What is this, an ingrown nail? It looks like a rotted nail. Like, what? Trying to do it, but it doesn't refund? Well, then get a refund. Like, no one cares. Like, do you think that I'm supposed to just be nice to you after you was rude to me? No, I'm not opening the chat, not till I get off live. And literally, we have to get to 300K. I don't know why people don't tap. Like, I have to get off anyways. Like, I'm not trying to be rude, but I hate, like, trolls subscribing and then being rude to me, and then I'm supposed to take it. Like, I just game. I don't bother with anyone, and people bother with me. Like, I can't even defend myself without people getting angry. It's just like, I have a right. You know what, I'm gonna leave the live early. I really don't feel good. Have a good day or night where you guys are. Let me open up the chat. I'm just gonna go because I don't even have the energy to even go live. I'm sorry. I just don't feel good. But have a good day or night where you guys are. I will see you guys later. Stay safe, stay hydrated, and yeah. Bye, guys. Thank you for liking. Thank you for gifting. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for